Hello everyone, welcome to another Odie Family Top 10 list. This one is all about Disney attractions. We're talking about Walt Disney World. We've been to Walt Disney World as a family, I think four times we decided, right? And some of us have been there a few other times. Me and Tara have been there more than that, but these are basically a list composed of our top 10 things to do there. So, do you guys have anything you want to say at the beginning here?
I think our lists are going to be very similar.
Yes.
Because we seem to like a lot of the same things. So, it might get a little boring that we keep picking the same stuff. But,
Crossovers.
a lot of crossovers.
We'll try to have different reasons for everyone.
Maybe. Or maybe we won't. But maybe that just means us as an Odie family really like whatever that attraction is.
Yeah. I think there'll be at least one four-way crossover. Probably more than one.
Probably more than one.
So, but should still be a good list. And if you've never been to Disney World, obviously you can check these rides out. We would recommend you watching this before you go to the parks because this is a pretty good list of rides that you don't want to miss.
Yep.
All right, so Shannon, yeah, why don't you start with your number 10?
My number 10 is Expedition Everest.
Expedition Everest. Okay, tell us about it.
Well, Expedition Everest is like a big Yeti, like going around this ginormous mountain, and like there's like a minecart going through it, and like at the end, the tracks are like broken.
Yep.
I was almost gonna put a picture of that on there, but
I bet you'll see one
Maybe.
soon.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, it is a very cool ride.
you go
Tracks are-
backwards.
You go backwards.
When
Yes.
you see the broken tracks, you
start
go
going
backwards.
Yeah. All right. This is a good list.
All right.
Yes,
Lord.
there is a part where you see the broken tracks, and then you have a little bit of a surprise. Very cool. Expedition Everest, good
Yeah.
pick.
My number 10 is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, cool.
Very classic.
This is a very great ride if you want to get a little bit wet and you have a little bit of time because it's a short ride, but it's awesome. It's a good ride. And my favorite scene is up here.
The
The
dog,
with
the
the
keys.
keys.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best part.
That is a good part. Pirates of the Caribbean, very cool.
Very awesome.
Very classic, if you will.
New Mickey headbands on them.
Yep.
Cool. Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh, very good ride.
All right. My number 10 is Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Oh.
This is found at Magic Kingdom. It's not necessarily a ride. It's a 3D movie.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, I guess maybe a little bit of a 4D movie, right? Air gets pushed at you and you can smell things. But it's really, really awesome. And we can't wait to go back next because they've added a Coco scene to it.
Yep.
So we're really excited to see Coco in the new Mickey's PhilharMagic. So this is found at Magic Kingdom right by the carousel.
Yeah.
And that's my number 10. Mickey's
Mom, that's
PhilharMagic.
hilarious that you put up just a picture of
Yeah,
Donald.
that's the best part. When he
Yeah.
gets shot across
It's
the
called
room.
Mickey's PhilharMagic, but really the whole thing's about Donald.
It really is.
Which makes sense because Tara loves Donald. So.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, cool. My number 10 is a fantastic ride that you unfortunately cannot ride anymore.
Oh, no.
And it is the Great Movie Ride.
R.I.P.
Now, the Great Movie Ride is in the Chinese. It was in the Chinese Theater in Hollywood Studios, and it basically you rode through all these old classic movies. There's a Singing in the Rain clip up here. There's Mary Poppins. There's Wizard of Oz. All sorts of stuff. And it was fantastic. Loved this ride when I was little, all the way till when I was big. We had a really cool magic moment on this ride where we had this long line when me and Tara and my sister went, and the person was like, "Hey, come with me," and took us all the way to the front of the line,
Yeah.
which is really cool. And I will say that the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway, that's what replaced this, is a very good ride, and probably would have been like my number 10. But I put Great Movie Ride because it was awesome, and I'm never gonna forget how cool of a ride it was. So kind of nostalgic, but a very good ride.
Wow. First one?
Yeah,
Doesn't
did you guys
exist.
see that coming?
Doesn't
No.
exist.
No.
No.
All right, Shan, what about number 9?
My number 9 is Star Tours.
Ooh.
Oh.
I love Star Tours because there's usually like a person picked, and usually
Rebel
sometimes
Spy.
like one time at least. Sometime I get it.
Yeah, you did. I've been the Rebel Spy. That's cool.
Yeah, last time.
And I love how it's just like it feels like it's actually happening in real life.
Yeah, so basically, you put on glasses, you watch a movie, but it's like a movie ride simulator.
Yeah.
But very cool because it's Star Wars theme.
Yeah.
And they change the scenes like a lot all the time. So I heard like speculation that there might be like Mandalorian scenes sometime soon, which would be really cool.
Very cool.
If like Grogu is sitting next to you on the ride. Yeah.
I will say that some people do say they get sick on this ride. So if motion sensitivity is something for you, I don't know if it'd be great.
I've never been sick on this ride, and I get
And
very
that
motion
is
sick,
true.
so.
You do get motion sick, and you like this ride, so.
Right.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
The Rebel Spy, like Shannon said, I think that's awesome.
It is cool.
Because last time we went, me and Shannon were both the Rebel Spy once.
Very
Mhm.
cool.
All right, number 9. Lou?
It's me. My number 9 is Frozen Ever After.
Ah.
This is a very good ride. It's super good. It's in Norway at Epcot, and it's really like Frozen themed, and it's super cool because like
Mhm.
it's like you're going through the whole like scene of Frozen. Like to begin, it's Elsa and Anna, they're sisters, and then Elsa discovers she has ice powers, and it's like you're riding through that whole timeline, and it's super cool.
This took place, replaced the Maelstrom, so it's just a big boat ride. You're on a big boat.
Yeah.
And then there's very cool Frozen scenes.
And there's a little hill in there somewhere.
Mm.
That's a good part too, because it always scares
You
me.
go backwards down
You
it.
do go backwards down the hill, yeah.
It's a really good ride. This was actually my number 11.
Mm.
And I just looked at my list and I realized this is the highest ranked of an Epcot ride that was on my list.
Wow.
So I don't have a single Epcot ride on my list.
Really?
Yeah, which is
Wow.
crazy.
Well, I do.
But Guardians of the Galaxy is brand new there, and Ratatouille, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is there.
Yeah, we have never ride either. Of
Yeah,
those.
we have not, just as a disclaimer, we have not ridden either of those. Hopefully next year, but
or
those
Tron.
could vary, and the Tron, yeah, no one's
Yeah,
ridden that
Tron,
yet. But
yeah.
so those could definitely make my list, but yeah, this is
All
my
right.
number 11.
So this is me. My number 9 is Avatar: Flight of Passage.
Mm.
This is in Pandora at Animal Kingdom. This is very much like a virtual screen, and you're sitting on what kind of looks like a motorcycle bike, but it represents
Number 3.
A
the
Banshee.
banshees that you ride in Avatar, and they really feel like they're breathing underneath you, and it really does feel like you're riding one in the land of Avatar or Pandora, and it's just a really immersive, very cool experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an amazing work of engineering.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like when you do swoops or something, like it actually feels like you're swooping.
There's a
Like-
part where you go upside down. I swear somehow we go to upside down. I don't know if the building turns or what, but
Yeah, this one usually has a pretty long wait for it, though.
yes,
so.
that's true.
If you're willing to wait 2 hours, this is for you.
It's
Last time we waited an hour,
Yeah,
a little under, and it wasn't so bad.
but it's highly recommended. Very
Yeah,
cool.
and the line is just really outside too.
All right, my number 9 is Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain is at Magic Kingdom in Frontierland, and it is actually the tallest of the Disney rides, which is a fun fact. Has the biggest drop, which is really, really cool. And one of the things that I really like about Splash Mountain is how long the ride is. Like, it's a very long ride. So, you know, I think you're on the ride for like 5 minutes. Yeah. So, you know, like Rock and Roller Coaster or something like is a good ride, but it takes like 30 seconds, it feels like. This is a long ride. And I highly recommend, if you can time it out, to ride it when the fireworks are going off. Very cool. Because there's parts of this ride that are outside, and as you're going around the mountain, having the fireworks just go off is like very, very cool while you're like sitting right next to them. So, Splash Mountain. I am a fan of getting wet. I don't have a problem with getting. Some people are like, I can't get wet at an amusement park. Well, even if that is you, even I would just wear a poncho, because this ride is well worth the ride, and it's getting a Princess and the Frog overlay, which should be really cool too. We're excited about that. So
I thought you'd have this way higher.
yeah, okay. Surprise, surprise.
Okay.
Number 8.
My number 8 is Test Track.
Speaking of Epcot rides.
So, I like Test Track because the beginning part is really cool when you get to like make your car.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Like that's like the best part of the ride.
Oh, the best part of the ride is the launch.
Yeah, at the outside.
That goes
Yeah,
60
so
miles an hour.
If you've never ridden this, basically you are designing your car on like a computer screen,
Yeah.
right? So you design like what shape it is, what like
Give it like efficiency or aerodynamics.
wheel length
or,
and base and all sorts of cool stuff.
All kinds of
And
stuff.
then you basically go through tests in the ride, and it will show you how your car would have stacked up, right? Like, were you really good at, you know, making a hairpin turn or not? So it's really cool. And the end is really cool. I think this is the fastest ride
I think so too.
at the Disney parks, which is crazy because you would think, you know, like Rock and Roller Coaster seems really fast, but this is actually faster.
Really short.
All right,
Cool.
good
That's
pick.
track. Good pick.
My number 8 is Soarin. From
Staying in Epcot.
Yep, still in
Epcot.
Epcot.
Yep. In the Land Pavilion.
That's true.
And this is probably the best ride in the Land Pavilion. It is, you sit on like what looks like a hang glider, right? Like a ski lift kind of thing, and you sit on it, and then it lifts you up into the air, and it's like Star Tours, like there's a big screen in front of you, and it really feels like you're like flying.
Yeah.
In this picture, this is the Golden Gate Bridge right there. They're flying over the Golden Gate Bridge, and the other one, they're flying over, like Mount Everest, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
And, one of them is like the beach or something, and
Fiji.
it smells good,
Mm-hmm.
and you can smell it, and you can like feel the wind on your feet as you pass it.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Now, do you remember Soarin' over California? Or do you only remember this?
I don't
Okay.
remember this.
So there used to be Soarin' that would just have different scenes of California, basically. That was first in Disneyland. And then this one is Soarin' around the world. So you go all around the world to different spots. But both very cool.
Very
The
cool.
scariest part is that one time where the bird flies in and it goes.
Oh, yeah.
That's terrifying.
Look out for birds.
When you almost hit the mountain.
Mm.
I know I'm not every time, but it always scares me.
Yeah, your feet.
And when the firework goes off at the very end, I always jump.
Okay.
Okay.
Look out for that.
Apparently it's
Soaring.
scary also.
But it's awesome.
Okay.
It is awesome.
This is me. My number 8 is Slinky Dog Dash.
Okay.
Slinky Dog Dash is relatively new. It's in Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios, and for what seemingly looks like a little kid coaster is actually really, really fun. It's really smooth and it's very cute. you know, riding on Slinky Dog is super cute, and I got to ride this with my good buddy Camden last time we went, and it was very fun. Shout out to Camden. Also, one of my favorite things is to ride this one at night, because if you've been in Toy Story Land, you know, you feel like you're the size of a toy, and there's like string lights all the way around it that kind of like look like big Christmas bulbs, and it looks really, really cool to ride at night. So, my number 8, a deceivingly small yet very fun Slinky Dog Dash.
Yeah, good ride.
Good ride.
Yeah, the back side has 2 launches.
It does have 2 launches,
which is kind of cool.
I picked this part because that's my favorite part.
The back, oh yeah, I like the back. There's like 2 real big hills right where the line is.
This.
So very cool.
But then it does this little like bumpy thing. That's fun.
Yeah.
All right, my number 8 is so you guys all kind of had like kind of exciting rides. My number 8, not so much. It moves very slowly and only goes around in a circle.
I
Dad
know.
loves this.
My number 8 is the Carousel of Progress.
Yeah.
So the Carousel of Progress is it's more of a show than a ride.
Show.
But basically the theater moves around one central mechanism, and that's like where the show is. So as you go, like you start in like the 1950s, and then you go to the 60s, and then you go to the, you know, you're like going through an average household in time.
Right. So in the beginning, they didn't have electricity. They didn't have, you know, indoor plumbing. You know, all these things, and it goes like to now.
Right. So very, very cool. Walt Disney actually saw over production of it. It was in the World's Fair, and so like the history of it, just like I love that, and it tells just a really cool story of like how we continue to progress through time. Yeah, it's a really cool show.
And it's
And
a
I would
great song.
highly recommend. It's really good too if it's hot outside and you're like, oh, I just need to sit down. You sit the whole time, and then you just spin a little bit each time, and there's air conditioning in there. It feels great, and it's a really cool show. So
It's real cold in there.
Yeah. Carousel of Progress, Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland. Highly recommended.
Do you think there's air conditioning in the first one?
In the actual scene,
Imagine.
I think that the theater is air conditioning, but they definitely did not have air conditioning. Yeah.
Also thought this would be higher on your list.
Okay.
Dad does love this.
Number 8. How about number 7, Chan?
My number 7, first crossover, Splash Mountain.
All right.
Oh, Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain is amazing. Wait, was it you?
Yep. We
Yeah.
already talked about it, yeah.
It's amazing, like Dad said, and like the big drop. Like,
Best
how
part.
high is it? Like
50 foot.
I think it's more than that.
Yeah, me too.
More than that? I think it's 50.
Okay.
We'll Google it
We'll
later.
check that out.
Stat check that.
Yeah. We
I
should have had.
Do you have a favorite part?
I am pretty sad that it's gonna be Tiana, but I'm still like pretty excited to see what it is like.
Yeah. As a family, we do love Zippity Doo Dah.
Yeah.
Just the song Zippity Doo Dah. Yeah. So
Yeah, we hope
that would
that
be sad.
they keep most of it very similar,
Yeah.
and then just change kind of like the decoration parts of it.
If they get rid of the drop,
They can't get
I
rid
don't,
of
I don't
get rid of the
think,
drop.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But
good.
cool, Splash Mountain, good
All
pick,
right,
Lauren.
Lauren.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. My number 7 is Test Track.
Oh,
crossover. Crossover.
So, I like Test Track a lot because how you get to design your car is
Yeah.
always super fun.
Huh.
Like, I think I make mine I make different every time.
Yeah.
Like, I'll try something different. Like, one time I did a truck, one time I did a van, one time I did, like, a skinny car. And I think the skinny car got the best or something. But, once you get to test it out, I think it's really cool because when it's like, how fast can it go? And then it goes outside
Right.
all the way around. See, I did not think this was the fastest ride, though. Because
Yeah, it is.
it doesn't feel like you're going very fast. You get a great view of Tomorrowland. I mean, not tomorrow.
Epcot.
Epcot. Yeah, and I think that's cool too. So
Okay.
Fast Track for all the reasons Shannon is my number 7.
Cool.
My number 7, which I know will be on other people's lists, I'm sure, is Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh.
Ooh, Rock and Roller Coaster is down Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood Studios. And it is a roller coaster with an Aerosmith theme. So throughout the whole roller coaster, you're riding in a stretch limo heading to their concert. And throughout...
Super stretch.
Yeah, super stretch. And throughout the whole coaster, you are jamming out to Aerosmith music while you are going upside down and doing corkscrews and all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm a huge fan of Aerosmith. I'm also a huge fan of coasters. This is a great marriage between the two. And it was really fun to share this with the girls when they were finally big enough to ride it.
Yep.
Because this was one that we watched point of view videos on with them, and then they, had to wait to be tall enough. So this one's super fun. So that's my number 7.
I think for all of us, except for Tara, this was our first experience going upside down.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This was not mine, but yeah.
Which is
No,
pretty cool.
mine was Tennessee. We went to Dollywood.
No.
I'm not sure about that.
You rode this before
You
that.
rode this before that.
That was before that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
When was your first experience?
Probably somewhere at Busch Gardens.
Gardens.
Yeah.
That would be my guess. Busch Gardens.
Yeah, for sure. All right. My number 7 is also not a thrill ride. It is Finding Nemo the Musical.
Oh.
So Finding Nemo the Musical is at Animal Kingdom. Exciting news that it just came back, which is awesome. But basically, it is a live stage show. I would say Broadway quality.
Yeah, it's very, very well done.
And basically, people are holding puppets that are acting. So you can see the people, but like the show is so well done that you don't even recognize. You're just like watching Finding Nemo. And there's some, obviously it's a musical. It's a musical. So there's some songs. If you've ever seen Finding Nemo, then you know there's actually 98 songs in it. But they did some for the musical, which are awesome. I really, really like. So Finding Nemo the Musical is something that I don't leave without doing because it is that good. So I would highly recommend seeing, and it's really easy to get a good seat.
Yeah.
Because the theater is really nice, big. You can see everything from everywhere pretty much. And you don't have to wait very long in line, which is nice.
Yeah.
And usually we just kind of chill in there a little bit,
Yeah.
beforehand. So, yeah, good number 7. Finding Nemo the Musical.
Oh,
Already number 6.
my number 6 is Big Thunder Mountain.
Ooh.
Big Thunder.
Okay.
I love Big Thunder because that's like a train ride.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a train ride.
And it's like really fast down this ginormous mountain.
It's actually the wildest ride in the wilderness.
I was going to say that.
Yes.
It is the wildest ride in the
Up to
wilderness.
the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Well, we all know the tagline.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is right by Splash Mountain.
Yep.
Magic Kingdom.
Right next to it.
And this is a fun one. What a good choice.
It's very
Jerky.
yeah.
It's a little.
Not like a bad ride jerky, but like you get thrown around
Yeah.
and
It's
you'll
quick.
laugh the whole time. Not like, oh, my neck hurts when you get off. You're not whistling.
Yeah, like I was sitting next to Uncle Zach when I rode this, and we just jerked around the whole time. I like fell into him, he fell into me, and yeah, but it's like
Jeez,
hilarious.
Uncle Zach.
Thunder Mountain. Good pick.
All
Jeez,
right.
Uncle Zach.
All right, number 6, Lauren.
My number 6 is Rock and Roll Coaster.
Hey.
All right, crossover.
Here we go. So, I love Rock and Roll Coaster a lot because of once you finally get on the ride, there's the thing you put over you, and then it counts down.
Mhm.
It
They
goes
talk about the
3,
launch,
2,
yeah.
1, and then there's a giant launch into a loop-de-loop,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's and the picture right beforehand. I'm always like this.
Yeah, it is good.
It is
It's
a
like
good
a good
photo.
picture while you launch. Yeah. And that is a fun part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I always
that is
close
fun.
my eyes for the launch and like hold on and squeeze.
We should have put your picture in front of it where you're playing the air guitar.
Mm.
Ugh, missed opportunity.
When I got off Rock and Roller Coaster,
Oh boy.
I went like this on the ground.
Hey.
I was laying down. People were staring.
Okay.
It's okay.
Thank you for that. All right. Rock and Roller Coaster. Good. Number 6.
All right, my number 6 is a crossover. It's already been said already. Soarin'.
Ay.
Soarin' is a hang glider ride at Epcot over all of the places, famous places around the world. Some of my favorites are the beach one. They used to have like the orange groves.
Mm-hmm.
When you fly over the orange groves, you can smell the oranges. I loved that part. There's like hot air balloons in one of them, which is really cool.
Mickey.
And who
Yeah.
doesn't love flying over Epcot at the end, which is also very, very cool.
Very cool.
So, super immersive, feels like you're there, feels like you're flying. Excellent ride at Epcot. Soarin', my number 6.
My number 6 is also not a thrill ride.
Dad
Wow.
is not riding thrill rides
No.
here.
Well, I mean, I had Splash Mountain at number 9, I guess. But, yeah, so far, not so much. My number 6 is a crossover, though. It is Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Hey!
I use the same title.
Hey!
Mickey's PhilharMagic, like Tara said, all the cool things, 3D movie. I think it's the coolest, though. It basically Donald goes through a bunch of classic Disney movies. So, and I'm a 90s kid, so
It is
a
very
lot of
90s
like,
movies.
you know, he
Beauty
goes
and the
through
Beast and Ariel and
Yeah,
Lion King.
Lion King,
Yeah.
which is
Aladdin.
there's a
Aladdin.
Fantasia scene in there. Yeah, it's great. It's great. So
It really is.
everything that Tara said, it is by far the best of the 3D movies. I have a soft spot in my heart for Muppet Vision. That was on my short list in Hollywood Studios because I love Muppets. But Mickey's PhilharMagic does do it
Shannon's
better.
face is like, it's not on your list?
It's not.
Muppet Vision?
It was hard to make only 10.
It really was hard to make 10.
It's
There
really
are
hard.
rides that were at like
Stop
20
picking.
that I
Yeah.
really, really like. So,
Cool. Let's go on to number 5.
My number 5 is another crossover.
this is probably going to happen a lot.
Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh,
Ah.
third time.
Rock and Roller Coaster?
I switched it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All right, good.
No one saw that.
All right, Rock and Roller Coaster. Tell us.
Rock and Roller Coaster is really fun. The next time I go, well, last year when we went, it was my first time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
The next time that I go, I'm probably gonna try to keep my eyes open for the picture.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Ah,
Sounds good. Rock and Roller Coaster, we talked about a lot already. But
Yeah.
there.
awesome. You're number 5.
My number 5 has been said for the first time, and mine is Rise of the Resistance.
Ah, okay.
So this is a amazing ride,
Yeah.
Mhm.
like for real. And you begin, you get onto the ship, and then the dark side finds you, and you have to leave the ship you were in, and you actually go onto a different
You
ship.
get captured.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens. I don't know how they do it. But
Disney magic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a lot of Disney magic in this ride.
Mhm.
yeah, then you get into this room with a bunch of
Stormtroopers.
stormtroopers in it, and you have to go in a jail cell.
Mhm.
Like, it's super interactive. I like that, how you actually have to walk around in it. Like,
Yeah, Lauren Smart talked one of the guards last
Yeah.
time and almost got put in Imperial prison forever. So,
yeah.
She did.
Almost got lightsabered. It's okay. But, this is a really cool ride when you're running from Kylo Ren.
Hmm.
I think that's cool.
yeah, very cool.
It's very cool.
I did smart talk on the guards last time.
Yes.
That is not great.
We know that we're not gonna get killed in Magic Kingdom.
It's
I
in
don't
Hollywood Studios, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. My number 5
That's what I mean.
is Toy Story Mania.
Oh.
This is also in Toy Story Land, right across the path from Slinky. And this is really, really fun.
Yep.
This is an interactive game, pretty much. You are going into scenes of the toys, and you're trying to compete with whoever you're in the car with. And it's like almost like a video game.
Yep.
You know, right? You get to like pull the string and shoot the pies or the darts or, you know, whichever stage you're in. And you always compete for high score, which Dad always gets, which is fine.
He had the daily best one time.
I did for a while.
I did for a while.
Till like 12 o'clock, and then.
But this one is super, super fun. We would ride this one over and over and over again. So
Yeah.
Toy Story Mania at Hollywood Studios is my number 5.
Do you have a scene that's your favorite scene?
I always feel like I really like the lava one.
Same.
But maybe that's just because we can do the secret part of the lava one,
Yeah.
and that feels good.
Well, we do the secret part of the robot one, and that's the ring toss.
The ring toss. Lava one is dart throws at balloons.
Yeah.
I don't. The egg one.
Army
Yeah.
one.
Army one.
I like the
Plate
plate
breaking.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Also the
So I think-
woody, like rubber dart one.
Oh, bullseyes. I think that's my least favorite.
Hmm.
I'm gonna say lava dart at balloons is probably my favorite scene.
Okay.
Papa dart at.
My number 5. It was on everyone else's list already.
Ooh.
No, it was not. It
I
was
think the
not.
only thing that has been is Rock and Roller Coaster.
Okay. This is Expedition Everest.
Oh.
It was only on Shan's list, actually, I think, right?
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
There's the broken track Shannon was talking about earlier. Expedition Everest, everything Shan said is absolutely right. I think that the theming on this ride is phenomenal. That there's, as you go through the queue, there is just a ton of, like, mountain climbing gear and, like,
Lots of-
photos of
Yes.
people who think that they've seen the Yeti.
Or climbed Everest. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very cool.
So I really get a cool vibe from it. The part where you go backwards, I just crack up the whole time.
Yeah,
It's
it's
hilarious.
great.
I love that. And you're like in the dark, kind of. And then it's really cool. They like shine a scene while you're up. After you go backwards, you see a scene of like the Yeti breaking more track.
Oh yeah.
And it's really cool because Disney uses that, and then they flip the track in front of you. So the part you just came in on, you actually go back out on, but this time you go down a big hill. It's great. Everything about it's awesome. So Expedition Everest, my number 5.
Super cool.
All right, we're getting into some good ones and probably a lot of repeats.
Yep.
Shans, what's your number 4?
Oh, my number 4 is Space Mountain.
Oh, has not been mentioned.
Has not been mentioned yet. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Very cool.
Talk about it.
Space Mountain is like this one, like just like a rocket ship.
Yep.
3 people can ride in it. And then it's like you count off, and then like you go in, and then you can't even see the tracks.
It's pitch dark in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally space. There's also like little like lights in there that look like
That's why you're
stars. So
Yes, this
Pretty
one is
cool.
completely in the dark. So it does feel a little like, I don't know which way I'm going, and you're like up and down and jerking back and forth, but it's pretty intense. Huh?
Yeah, it's a good ride though. Very classic.
Yeah.
Tomorrowland, and I love every part of that. So we'll talk about it soon.
Yeah. My number 4 is Expedition Everest.
Yeah.
Oh.
For all the reasons Dad and Shan said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this ride so much. It's like, I've rode this since I was really little, and this has been really up there for a long time. It's just really a good, like, roller coaster in general,
Mm-hmm.
but then when you go backwards, it's like, oh gosh, this is awesome. Like,
And usually doesn't have a very long queue,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
or it moves really quickly.
yeah.
I mean, if you go during busy season, I'm sure that's gonna be a while. But like, it used to have a single rider line that you could go, like, if you don't care to sit by whoever you want, and you would like fly through that.
Yeah.
So you could ride this, do 1,000,000 times if you wanted.
Yeah.
All right.
Super cool.
Number 4.
One of my fondest memories of riding this is when Mom and me rode it in the pouring rain. And it was
Okay.
Thanks, Owl. My great uncle Jehoshaphat. Okay.
All right. My number 4 is Splash Mountain.
Yay.
Yay. Probably the biggest bang for your buck at Disney, like we talked about. This is a really long ride, so even if you wait a long time for it, you're getting a lot of ride for your wait. There's a lot of story in it, which I really like.
Yep.
Brer Rabbit being chased by
Brer Fox and Bear Bear.
Brer. And then we love Zippity Doo Dah, which is a great song, and then obviously everyone loves the drop at the end. We've talked about Splash Mountain a lot. I am excited to see the Tiana refurb of Splash Mountain, but it will always hold a great place in my heart.
Yep.
As Song of the South. So, my number 4, Splash Mountain.
And my number 4, as previously been mentioned by my wife, Toy Story Mania.
Woohoo!
Toy Story Mania, everything she said was spot on. Super fun. I could ride this ride 100 times,
100
except for my arm would fall off because I feel like I need
Right.
to ice my arm when I get off this ride. That's part of the reason why I win, is because the whole time just like the whole time. But it is kind of a lot. There are some really cool Easter eggs in it, like we said earlier, that like you can get like bonus points if you do certain things. So I would make sure, if you're planning on going on a Disney trip, watch a video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Of just like people ride through this thing, and they'll show you kind of how to get. There's still like one of them I have not unlocked. The
they're
secret.
hard.
That's pretty hard. The dart one. Not the.
The Target one.
Yeah, the Target
the
one.
Saloon one.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. So, but you can do the other ones and get a pretty decent score. I've had some high scores. I think.
Yeah.
I
Usually a
think
cap,
319,000 is my highest score ever, or something like that. But yeah, Toy Story Mania, fantastic.
Super fun.
All right, number 3.
Number 3.
Crossover. My number 3, Rise of Resistance.
Nice.
Oh, yes. I swear. I switched it.
Go ahead, keep talking. It'll pop up.
There it goes.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so everything that
Stormtrooper.
Lauren said, I love this room. Some of them are like statues, I think.
Yeah.
But
some of them move.
Some of them do move.
Yeah.
yeah.
And you see stuff flying through space in there.
One also
Yeah,
like
that big screen in the back.
one went like this to me.
Probably
It just started looking at me. It was creepy.
because you love
You
stormtroopers.
do love Stormtrooper. Troopers.
Troopers.
I said it weird. Stormtroopers.
Yeah,
Yeah, but really everything about this ride is just.
yeah.
I
All
love
right.
when you break out of jail. Why do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, shit a little
She
bit.
did a little bit.
But yeah, the part of the ride when you're running away is, I mean, the ride really has like 3 parts, so
Yeah.
they're all equally amazing.
Very
and
cool. Probably one of the most immersive rides
Yeah,
I
that I've
think
ever done in my
I've
whole
ever
life.
done. Yeah.
It's so cool how you can just walk around everywhere. Like how you walk to the other ride basically, and it's so cool.
All right,
Yeah.
Lou, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Splash Mountain.
Oh, that's everybody, right?
Wow.
Previously
Yeah.
said by everybody.
Nice.
Four-way cross,
So you like
four-way
Splash Mountain the most
crossover.
out of all the Odies.
Yes. So.
Huh.
I love Splash Mountain because, like Mom said, it just tells a story as you're going through it, and you like once you see the vultures in the corner, you know the drop's coming,
Oh yeah.
and then you just it's like straight down. It feels like.
Oh, we didn't talk about getting sloshed.
Yes.
Yeah.
It does have a slosh factor.
After you go down the hill, all of a sudden water just goes up your side, and
Yeah. It like the
the
waves
wet
are
butt
the
effect.
waves are going this way, and you're going this way,
Yeah.
and you just go down, and it.
And I'm not really one to like love getting wet on rides, and I really love this ride.
Yep. It was your number 4.
Yeah, this is good.
All right.
Good job.
My number 3 is a crossover on this number.
What?
Rise of the Resistance.
Oh.
Woo! This is so great. Rise of the Resistance is so great. And I feel like we're high enough to say that I don't think anyone put Smuggler's Run
Yeah.
as high, but Smuggler's Run's great too.
It is.
Where you get to drive the
It was
Millennium
on my
Falcon.
short list.
It was on my short list too. And
Yeah.
the only thing I said was if I wasn't the pilot, I don't know how much I would love it as much, but it's really, both Star Wars rides and Star Wars Land are awesome.
Yeah.
But this one is like probably one of the greatest experiences, I guess, besides my top 2. But yeah, everything we said, super immersive. There are things that happen in this ride that I'm not even sure how they happen,
Yeah.
or like where things come out of and how did I get here kind of stuff. It's really cool when you get, put in jail and then you get broken out of jail, like, lasers and lightsabers come through the wall, and it really feels like you're being shot at while you're trying to escape.
Oh, yeah.
And there's like lots of,
I
explosions
forgot
and
about
and space, and you get into a pod and it really feels like you jump into space. I mean,
Yeah,
the
that's
whole
cool.
thing is just
that. Yeah, that's crazy.
super, super cool. And if you love Star Wars, that takes it even more over the top. But I think even without a super, high love of Star Wars, I think you can appreciate how just crazy, immersive, and fun this is.
Yeah, I forgot about when you get shot at.
Yeah.
Me and Aubrey, we both ducked when we got shot at.
Yeah.
We were like,
All right, so that's my number 3, Rise of the Resistance in Star Wars Land.
Cool. My top 3 were really tough to pick between, but this is just kind of how it hashed out. So my number 3 is Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain.
what?
I love Space Mountain. It is my favorite ride at Magic Kingdom in Tomorrowland. I just love that it's in the dark. I think that, like, some people think that that's scary. I think it's just hilarious. That, like, you have no idea where you're going. And every time, like, you put your hands up and then you see some tracks and you, like, think you're going to hit them and you're
Yeah.
really, like, many feet away from them.
Yeah.
This ride, I just crack up the whole time.
Oh, man.
It just is really funny.
Just laugh.
And I have just an absolute blast the whole time.
And
So,
Mom cries.
Yeah.
Every time.
is that Space Mountain was that on your list?
Yeah.
Was that on your list? No. Okay.
Not even on the short list.
What is your number 2 then?
We'll find out.
We will find out.
Here shortly. Shan, what about your number 2?
My number 2 is Cali River Rapids.
Oh.
Wow.
This is so high.
Wow, that's crazy.
I love Cali River Rapids because I usually sit by Mom.
And I tell them all why you love sitting by Mom. Because
So
what always
usually-
happens.
Mom hates getting sloshed in Cali River Rapids, and she always does.
Always do.
Always
Always
goes
do.
backwards down the big hill.
We usually come out of this pretty wet.
Yeah.
Very wet.
Yeah.
And this was on my short list, but did not make my top 10.
This is
Same.
far down for me.
But I love this ride also. It's a really good ride.
I'm thinking like
I can't even
47.
believe no one else has this on.
Hey, that's cool.
That is cool.
My
Like,
first couple no one had on their list.
Yeah, Mom does not like this ride specifically because she goes backwards.
I
down the
don't
hill
mind
every
it.
time.
It just does. I'm like, I don't really feel like getting wet, and everyone else wants to, and then it is always turned to me, and I always get under the waterfall or backwards down the hill or.
To be fair, if you're going to Disney World in Florida, you're gonna get
You're
wet
gonna
because
get
it's
wet
gonna
anyways.
rain.
That is
It's
true.
gonna rain.
That is true.
So
So
why not just get wet?
yeah,
anyway?
it's fine.
It's
And
fine.
you'll dry because it's like 100 degrees. So.
That's
Yep.
also true. Wow.
Good pick, Shan. Good pick.
My number 2 is probably on everyone else's list. It's Tower of Terror.
Tower of Terror. I forgot about that ride.
The backstory is it's a hotel. They got shot by lightning, and the people in the elevator turn the ghost, and now it's haunted. And there's a creepy eyeball in it.
And that's why I got
And
number two.
once you get into the service elevator, you watch this like little clip, you go through it, and then it just stops, pitch black, you fall. And
then you get up, and then you fall again.
Then you go up,
And you fall.
and then you go up more, and then you fall again.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you're gonna see this one again.
Yep. And when you go all the way up, and you can see, and the window opens,
Yeah.
and
That's
you
the
see
best.
all of Hollywood studios, that is so
Well
cool.
designed.
So,
This 199-foot ride is my number 2. Yep.
Okay.
okay, so
I think that is true because if it was 200 feet, they'd have to put a flag
That's
on the top
right.
of
A
it.
flasher or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Fun facts. We're throwing out fun facts here on the OD Top 10 list.
So, our friend Aubrey on this ride.
Disliked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't like it.
yeah, and also we got the extra drop.
Yeah,
Oh,
we did
yeah.
get that. Sometimes,
We did the extra
sometimes you
drop.
can get an extra drop at the end, which is cool.
Yeah, it's so fun.
So that was Lauren's
Magic
number
moment.
2.
Yep. You're number 2.
All right. So my number 2 has been said, I think, by everyone, is Expedition Everest.
Nice.
Oh.
This is my. I had a hard time picking between this and my number 1. I love this coaster. I love going backwards. I love the Yeti animatronic. I love this part in particular because there's nothing on either side of you, and you can see like other parks.
Yeah,
like
it's
you
a
can
little
see
scary.
the Epcot ball. You know, you can see Tower of Terror. Like that's really cool.
Yeah.
I try to
And-
close my eyes here.
And you're right, like the wait time for this, not usually super high. So like for as much as I love this, I feel like you can get on it a few times
Yep.
and really enjoy yourself. So Everest is my number 2 Disney ride.
And apparently my number 2 I like the most out of everyone also because everything
Ooh.
everyone else said my number 2. Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah. I obviously we all like Star Wars.
We do all like Star Wars.
So I think that is also like a caveat, but even if you didn't like Star Wars,
This.
the feeling you get being sucked into this ride,
Mhm.
that like all of a sudden you left Orlando, Florida, and you're now in outer space, you really feel like that. It's crazy.
It's.
And you get off and you're like, what just happened? You know, like that is crazy. So when we rode this ride, there was a virtual queue, which meant we could wake up in the morning and you get like a reservation kind of. They do not virtual queue it anymore. So
This is a wait one.
yeah, the next time we go, that's going to be rougher.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wait.
So I don't know.
But it's.
I'll have to
worth
read
it.
up and see if like we should just rope drop and go right there and get there. We're usually park opening people.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, people are on vacation and they want to sleep. And so at Disney, that's a really good time to ride rides when other people are sleeping. So yeah, but Rise of the Resistance, everything about it is amazing. So.
All right.
Number ones.
Woo!
My number 1 is Tower of Terror.
Oh yeah, this ride. I forgot about this one.
It's amazing.
Mhm.
It's really the
Like,
nice side.
really. It even shows the marks of like the lightning hitting it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Detail.
And inside of this ride, the detail
Oh,
is amazing
yeah.
too.
Like when you're waiting in the lobby, there's like cobwebs everywhere, and there's like candles.
It looks very
And there's
abandoned,
skulls.
haunted, you know. I mean, it's really not scary. So, people get scared of this ride.
Yeah.
I mean, the drops are just awesome. But,
Yeah.
like, they do such a good job. I mean, I think they make people scared just because of how immersive
Yeah.
the ride is. Like, you know, how
Yeah.
it looks. But it's really not scary. It's very fun.
And the cast members there do their role
Yes.
perfectly.
This one guy, yeah, PJ.
TJ.
TJ. He's
Okay.
if you get him, enjoy your stay. Yeah, really good.
All right, Tower
Good
of
number
Terror,
one.
number 1.
My number 1 is Space Mountain.
Mm.
Wow. Space Mountain.
So Space Mountain has been on everyone's list except for Mom's. It's crazy how it's in the dark. Like Dad said, how you put your hands up and you almost touch the tracks, it feels like.
Yeah.
And just how you don't know where you're going. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I think this one we're going to go straight. And then we're like, whoop. And I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I just tense up too much on this one.
It's a great
Because
ride.
I get nervous. Like, I don't know where we're going. And then I'm also crying. Not like scared cry, just like, I don't know, maybe a little scared cry. Crying.
Space
It's
Mountain.
still fun. It's still fun.
Number 1 ride, Space Mountain.
Fun,
Yes.
fun
Very
fact,
cool.
it's my number 20. So
Okay.
it's still up there.
Yeah.
Just not in my top 10. All right. You'll never guess. My number 1 is
Country Bear
Tower
Jamboree.
of Terror.
Oh,
Tower of Terror. This is an Odie family favorite for sure.
definitely.
My favorite parts are being at the top,
Yes.
like when the windows open at the top and you can see the whole park. I also love just flying out of my seat and laughing the whole time.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just really funny.
The way
Like,
your belly turns upside
Yeah.
down.
I love this one because I still get a little nervous every time I get in line for it. Like, I'm like, oh man, like, I know I love it, but I'm still like, ee! But like after that first drop, you're like, oh yeah, this is
I
so much
forgot.
fun. And we always cheer for the extra drop, which is always super fun. You're right, the cast members are super immersive, and no one mentioned the video. The video is great.
No.
We
Which-
quote the video.
Which part of the video is great?
Hollywood.
1929.
Dad
Yeah.
could just quote the whole video to you guys right now.
Yeah.
The
I do.
Twilight Zone.
I do like the when the kids were little in the pool. I used to just say it and then
Yeah.
throw them up in the
Yeah, like they were riding Tower of Terror. So the video's great. The ride is great. This one, we love to go over there like while other people are like running to other rides, and we can get on this one like
A lot.
3 or 4 times in a row, and we love that.
well
So,
worth it.
my number 1, Tower of Terror.
And my number 1, also Tower of Terror.
Oh my gosh, Lauren!
Everyone but
We
Lauren's
almost had a
number one.
4-way crossover at number 1.
Yeah.
That's okay. It was your number 2.
It was
That's very
close.
close.
It was close.
Yeah, I mean we talked about it
just love
enough.
it.
It's
We love it.
fantastic and
Yeah.
it is now like I said before, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind, and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, like those
Yeah.
are gonna be good rides. Tron, like
Tron when it
those.
opens, yeah.
So like
Who knows?
yeah,
I mean,
they have the potential to
next year maybe
climb
when
up.
we go, we could have completely different lists.
but I don't think anything will dethrone Tower of Terror.
Yeah, it's
It's-
pretty awesome.
It's the king.
It's pretty good. So that's our Disney rides. I hope that you guys enjoyed that, and hopefully you get to ride some of these,
Yeah.
or have, and you can comment below on
Hopefully we can
what
do
you
the
liked
best.
about them. Maybe we didn't mention a ride that's your favorite ride. You can tell us about that. Right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Well,
Thanks for watching.
yeah, we hope to see you guys soon. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.